What's up, you guys? It's Casket Crusher Clay back for another video. It's Thursday, start of a long weekend, and I'm stoked, man. You know, you just wake up every day. I get up at like 5 in the morning every single day, and before Monday, before I even take my lunch break, I'm like, oh God, when's this work week gonna end? I'm sick of working, but we all gotta work. We all got bills to pay. Unfortunately, it's just part of life. But hey, 3-day weekend. Hope everyone has a great Easter weekend and some time off from work and just chill out with the family or just do your own thing, do whatever you want. So I just wanted to make a video today and just kind of go over some couple underrated death metal gems from the 90s. When I say underrated, I just mean not your Cannibal Corpse, your Autopsy, your fucking Deicides, your Morbid Angels. So just kind of like the second tier, just get into more stuff maybe you've never heard of. Kind of got like 5 or 6 albums I'll just go through, and let's just call this part 1, because I'm sure I'll make a part 2, part 4, whatever. The first crack of the post-work beer. Cheers. Drinking a Steamworks Kolsch lager. You know the history of Kolsch. It's huge in Dusseldorf, Germany. Everyone drinks it there. Or no, it's Cologne. Yeah, Dusseldorf is alt beer, because I went there. And Cologne is Kolsch beer. And the towns have like this rivalry of whose beer is better. I like Dusseldorf as a city better, but I'll tell you, Kolsch is a lot better. So cheers. So I've got a couple things in the background. I've got Night of the Zodiac playing. This is a fun SOV movie that came out, I think in the early 2020s. But it's about this guy. It's shot in like this SOV style, where it looks like something that came out of the 80s, which is awesome. And it's a total throwback to like horror fans and everything. This guy lives in a basement, and he lives with his roommate, and he's making videos. He gets summoned by the Zodiac Killer to go out and kill people and videotape it. And this guy's just a complete fucking nerd. And his whole place is just filled with like horror posters and VHS and stuff. And there's a lot of really cool gore scenes in this. Kills a guy, rips out his guts, and plays basketball with it. So definitely check this out. It's on Tubi, so it's free to watch. But this is a fun one if you like your SOV movies.
Crew to make their movies, and I'm gonna be just like them.
I got some bad ideas. I got some evil thoughts. I got a mind that's crossing the line. It's not a crime to do get caught. I got some bad ideas. I got some bad ideas to carry. I got a feeling running in my head. I never brought anything away. Oh yeah.
And then I'm just listening to that Gaffed album that came out last year, which is fucking killer. I Can Feel Myself Rot. This was one of the best albums to come out last year. Made a lot of people's top 10 lists. As you know, Gaff's been around since the early 90s, but they didn't start releasing full lengths until I think 2023 was their first one. I've got that one as well, and this one just came out last year, and they got a new EP coming, or that's already out, so it's good to see these guys making music. This is some fucking heavy, heavy shit. So let's go through a couple albums and kick it off. So first one we'll talk about is a Canadian band, Home Country Boys, Rotting Crushed. This album came out in 1998, and these guys are from Ontario. And this is such a unique album because it doesn't sound like anything that kind of came out of Canada at the time. This kind of has a lot of like Swedish kind of early 90s death metal influence to it. But this is just a fucking killer album. So heavy, the vocals are insane, the drumming is fucking crazy. That album cover, if you could see it, some dude just fucking laid out. Probably should cover that. I don't want to get banned on YouTube, but whatever. Nobody watches these videos. Except like 100 of you per video, which thank you very much, because that's awesome. I only started this YouTube channel like 3 weeks ago, and I've already gained a lot of support, so I appreciate that. This is just a killer album. Like, this is the only album that they ever put out. I don't know if they're gonna get back together or what. I know there were some plans for some friends to do an interview with them, which kind of fell through. So yeah, I think there's like some legal battles or something going on, but this is just one of the most underrated albums to come out in the late 90s. This is a reissue that came out, so I'm glad a lot of people are digging this stuff. If you look at like top brutal death metal lists and stuff, you'll see this on there, which is well deserved. So definitely check out Rotting Crushed. And then the next one we have is, we're going to Austria. Now, Austria always has like the most weird bands. Like, obviously Pungent Stench is a huge one. Unorthodox kind of like styles of writing music and stuff. And Disastrous Murmur is another one that came out. This one is Rhapsody in Red. This came out in '93, and this is their debut album. Just really strange song structures, like I mentioned. Really lo-fi production, which sounds really killer on this album. This album cover is insane. There's like two demons ripping a guy's neck out while pulling brains out of his skull. So this is really cool. You can see the guys on the back. Yeah, this is another one that's kind of in the underrated lists and was hard to find for a while, so luckily it got a reissue. Everything about this is really cool. The drumming sound, like I mentioned, it's got this weird like pop to it and stuff. It kind of sounds like a demo at the same time. But I'll play a sample of a track so you can hear what I'm talking about. But yeah, this band is apparently still active. They've released a couple albums all throughout since this came out in '92. I don't know, some of them I've heard a couple tracks from a few, but like it doesn't hit as good as this. They kind of go way off the path and stuff on some of these albums, but just stick with this. I mean, honestly, start with this at least and then venture into the more obscure releases that they put out. But Disastrous Murmur, Rhapsodies in Red. Awesome album. And we're gonna stick in Europe and we're gonna go to Finland because we're looking at Convulse, A World Without God. Now this album is awesome. This album is kind of sounds like reminds me of a lot of like Morbid Angel and stuff, but it has that like Finnish tinge to it, like that unorthodox kind of Finnish brutality that comes out, like bands like Demigod, Funerbara, and stuff like that. Really strange guitar solos on this. The breakdowns are really melodic, and then it just goes full on like assault in your face. Fucking punch you in the face while you're listening to it. I'm glad to see this album get a lot of love. I've seen a lot of people pick up the reissues on vinyl. This is a digipack. I don't know. I fucking hate digipacks, but like, I mean, sometimes you just gotta buy them because it's the only way to get them. I don't want to pay, you know, $250 for some scratched up original OG press. I mean, it'd be awesome if I found it, but I don't have that kind of money. World Without God. All this album does is just speed up, slow down, smash you in the face, start up again. This is a really, really awesome album. This is this EP is like limited to, or this album's limited to 500. It came out on Thrash Records. I don't even know what that record label is. Probably some small one in Europe. The most Swedish names too. Rami, Paddy on bass for a guy, Jani and Janie. Just some cool fucking European young guys making some fucking brutal death metal. But yeah, this is a cool, like, kind of feels like a record. It has the CD and like this sleeve and stuff. Yeah, awesome shit, man. Convulse, World Without God, early 90s. Fucking check it out. And this, going back to the United States, we're going back to the continent of North America. We've got Rotrabor with Iniquitous. This is their only album that they ever put out, only full length. I mean, they have like demos and EPs and stuff, but this is one of the heaviest death metal albums to come out of the 90s, in my opinion. Not a lot of people talk about this. I know that they were kind of not active, but the last couple years, there's been a lot of footage. They've been playing like live shows and stuff, which is crazy. I would love to see this band live. Rotrabor is from Pennsylvania, and they're how do I describe it? It's just really kind of slowed down, but like really crunchy breakdowns, and you'll hear it. They've got like a very unique sound about it. They don't go like full on fast. They just kind of focus on like fucking heaviness. So it's like mid-tempo. Some killer riffs in this as well. And some of the breakdowns, just some of the heaviest shit I've ever heard. But Rotrabor, this one came out in Extreme Music. So this is, I think, a Spanish label. They've been putting out a lot of crazy shit on there. I've been browsing their website quite a bit, but I don't want to pay like crazy import fees and stuff. So I just wait till like US distros, Canadian distros get a copy. But I picked this up on Dissonant Tapes. I've been wanting this for a long time, and I finally own it. So I've been jamming this a lot lately. This has got like a couple live tracks at the end of it too. But yeah, Dismal Fate, Disembodied, Incompetent Secondary, Actions for Loss. Like, there's so many good songs on here. Spawn of Ignorance, that's probably the best track on this album. Yeah, man, Rotrabor are a killer band. And next we've got Avulsion. Avulsion is from, I don't know where these guys are from, somewhere on the East Coast, I think. But I think this is their only, I think they've only put out 2 albums, but this one is Dimensions of Darkness. This came out in 97. And this is a very technical and doomy in parts. If you like stuff like Incantation or like Cyanide, you'll definitely dig this. That album cover is really, kind of reminds me of like a Crust band album cover. But yeah, there's some really heavy songs on this. And it's got that lo-fi production, kind of like the Disastrous Murmur album. But this is an underrated gem. Like, there's so many bands like that start with Av, like Avulsed and everything. Avulsion. But yeah, Dimensions of Darkness, man. I think I snagged this for like $7 on Dissonant Tapes. I remember Dennis from Analog Archives was talking about this years ago in one of his videos, and I was always looking for a copy of it, so shout out to Dennis.
We're drinking here is a Modelo. I already had a few of these, so if things get off track, you know why. Modelo time. definitely one.
Awesome shit. Wait till you hear the breakdowns on this, because I'll play a couple samples, but it's another album that I highly recommend. If you can find a copy of this, pick it up. And look how cool these guys look. These are the dudes hanging out in the smoke pit when you're in high school. You know, they only go to art class or whatever, skip the rest of the classes and just hang out in the smoke pit and fucking chain smoke cigarettes. And then you hear these rumors about them that, you know, one of them probably sacrificed a cat, which probably isn't true. Because metal guys love their fucking animals and their pets. You kill animals, you're a fucking asshole. But, love the guy with the fucking inverted cross necklace. But yeah, this is a cool band, man. Avulsion, Dimensions of Darkness. Check it out. Oh, feels like every time I talk for a long time, my voice starts hurting. So maybe I'm talking too loud. I don't know. Yeah, we're going back to Finland with Depravity, Silence of the Centuries. Yeah, look at that artwork. That is insane. Looks like a bunch of people fucking choking on vape smoke in somebody's apartment after like a party. Everyone's going. Ugh. But yeah, these guys are from Finland. This is an EP that came out in '93, so it includes the EP of Silence of the Centuries, and then it also has the, I think it's called the what's it called, Remasquerade EP on it as well. So this is, they never put out a full length, which is crazy because this band is highly underrated. They played a few reunion shows and then just called it quits and broke up. But if you see this, get it, because like the Finnish scene of like the 90s, there's just so many good bands of that time that have come out. Like I'm always finding new Finnish bands to listen to. But if you like stuff that's very technical, kind of like your Demigod and stuff, you're gonna like definitely dig Depravity. I saw this get reissued as well. There's a vinyl of it for all you vinyl heads. But the whole Finnish scene, like I was saying, bands like Puternance, Abhorrence, Demilich, Adremelich, Ripakulu, like if you love that shit, check out Depravity. Because Depravity is extremely underrated. Like when I was making this list, I definitely had to include them, whether it be the first in the video or the last. But yeah, check out this sample. All right. Wanted to keep the video under 20 minutes. I can just rant on and stuff, but like I don't want to talk about one band for 10 minutes and the video ended up being an hour. So just listen to the fucking music. That's all that counts. If it sounds good, listen to it. There's so many hidden gems that are out there. The never-ending quest to hear every single death metal release that is killer. Because if you go on that path, you're going to be a fan for life, and you're just going to keep finding shit that fucking kills. So yeah, that's it for this video today. I'll make a second one. I've just got stacks of CDs and shit I need to listen to. Listen to again, listen to for the first time. Stuff's coming in the mail. A lot of stuff's coming in. Not a lot of stuff's coming out. So, I don't know, maybe I'll get rid of some of the shit I don't listen to anymore, but I just like collecting. I just like looking at the artwork, having a physical copy, reading the liner notes, seeing who's in the bands, the thank you lists. I mean, anyone can go on Spotify, YouTube, but you just need that personal connection to the product. And that's why physical media is so important. That's why I make these videos, because I want to show people stuff like this. So thanks for tuning in. I've ranted on a lot, but listen to all these albums. If you have any other suggestions that you might think I've never heard, leave it in the comments. Check out Gutted. Gaffed. And check out Night of the Zodiac. Two killer things that complement each other perfectly. So anyways, have a good night. Enjoy your Easter weekend. And cheers. Thanks for watching.